And guys, day before yesterday's class has been uploaded over the YouTube. Only yesterday class and today's class I will upload today, tonight, or tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we have a weekend, so we can upload all those things. Okay, cool. Hai? So what we are going to discuss about the Lambda function. So let me create a new Python file. Lambda. And what we are trying to do, just try to understand lambda function. What is the benefit of the lambda function? See, if we are going to define the function, let's suppose if you want to define a function func, and inside a function let me write something, and this function will return something like a return a plus b something, or you can say we are passing a comma b, and here it is going to return, sorry, a plus b. Okay, so this, whenever we will call this function like func, and here we are passing 2 comma 3, then what it will return, you know, print. Let me do this, print, and these things I can write inside of this print function. And if I'll execute this function, then what it does, it is giving me output of this. Now don't you think so we are doing a single addition to line of code, right? So what we can do, lambda function is going to give the facility, lambda function is going to give the facility. So okay, so lambda function is going to give the facility in such a way so that you can write your, you can define your function in one line of code, one line of code, whatever I am saying, one line of code. So just try to understand lambda. I will explain you, don't worry. So lambda a comma b colon a plus b. Okay, and this will return add, right? So add equal to this. And now what we can do, print add, and here we can pass 3 comma 4, and let me execute this. Can you see this? Same thing, where whatever we were doing with the function, same thing we are doing with the one line of code. This is the beauty of the lambda function. So lambda function is what? Lambda function is that kind of function we can define a complex line of code in a single line. Okay, so lambda function is what? Lambda function we can define by using the lambda keyword. And what is the syntax of the lambda function? Syntax of the lambda function is this one. Syntax of lambda function is these things. Argument list means what are the things we need. Let's suppose, okay, just to tell, we'll try to write some lambda function for square. Let's suppose we want to write a square. We have to first create a convention function. Okay, so create the normal function to get the square. Okay, so how we can get def get square? And here we can pass the number which you want to square it up, and what it will does, return. And here we can do num cross num into num. That's mean of square, right? And now what we can do, we can call this get square, and here we can pass the 4, and this will return me the square of the number. I can store somewhere, and that's all. And now we can print this square. This was the way to define a function to get a square. So how many lines we spent to write a simple line of coding for squaring? There is a 4 or 5 line of code we wrote it, right? Now with the help of the lambda, now same thing, create a normal function to get a square, create a lambda function to create a square. Okay, just try to understand. We are going to change this normal function to the lambda function now. Okay, and now just try to understand, huh? So lambda, how we can define? So what is the syntax to create a lambda function? Just go up, and this is the syntax of lambda. So let me write this also. So just a minute, Control V, and now lambda. What is the syntax? Lambda. And what are the argument we need? Argument list. Only one argument need for the squaring. So a anything you can give, colon, and what should be the expression? A into A, that's all. And what it will return? It will return a square. You can store any variable square square and keep it here and print this square and square. And in this you can pass what are the parameter, even so you can see there it's giving also suggestion A, you want to add it up, right? Done. And now same thing is does by the normal function, and same thing we can do with the lambda function. Oh, name error, A is not defined. What happened? Oh, sorry. Oh my god, we have to pass the number, right? Sorry. Now you can see I am getting 2 chi square 4, and here also I am doing the same thing, 4 chi square is 16. The same thing we can do. See, right now we can create a function with the one line of code, and now initially we were doing these things with the 2 or 3 line of code. So lambda function is going to give the facility to create. It's a similar kind of function. If you are not able to comfort with the, but try to make yourself as a comfortable as a lambda function. But if you are not able to understand the lambda function, that is also fine, but it's a recommended. Okay, lambda function is very, very important, no worries. But if you are not able to do, but it is not a kind of rocket science, right? In a single line of code we are doing all those things, you can see, right? It is not a hard and fast rule, I must say. Any doubt? Right? Okay, let's suppose if you want to do some kind of these things, means which one is the bigger, means if you pass two number and we have to check which number is the bigger, right? So let me create a function, write a function to get the biggest number. Okay, and here we can define how we can define the function for to get the biggest number. Okay, get biggest number, and here we can pass the number. We need two number, right? Number 1 comma number 2, and if you want to check in the variable length, you can check, right? There is no hard and fast rule. Number 2, and if number 1 is greater than number 2, then what it should return? Print number 1 is bigger. Number 1 is bigger than number 2. Okay, and else print number 2 is bigger than number 1. Okay, number 2 is bigger than number 1. Done. Now we can call this function get bigger number, and here we can pass the 3,7, and what should be the output? Okay, so what should be the output for this? You can see 7 is bigger than number 1, means 3. We can write here 3, nobody. So fine, you are able to understand. Now same thing, we are going to convert this function as a lambda function. How we can do, right? So chalo. So what we can do, just try to understand the expression to write a lambda function. Where is the expression? This is the expression function. So this is the syntax. If you know this syntax, then your task is easy. Now just try to convert this function, this line number 26 to 30, into the lambda function. Okay, so lambda is the keyword, and here what are the things we need? Two parameters we are passing, a comma b colon. Two things we are passing, two number we are passing, a comma b colon. A, if a greater than b, else if a is greater than b and a is greater than b, and else, why else is not giving suggestion, else return b. That's all. And now here what it does, it will give me, return me bigger number. That's all. And now just try to understand what we can do. Print bigger number we can call, and inside of this we can pass 3 comma 4, and it will return me whichever be the bigger number. You can see, right? Bigger number is 4, and you can customize the message also. The bigger number is, okay. And yes, we can do like this. In a single line of code we can write our complex. See, in a single line, same thing we are doing with the single line of code. Are you able to understand lambda function? Same thing I showed you with the normal function also, how we are doing that with the normal function, and same thing I showed you how we can do with these things with the help of the lambda function. Any doubt? 35, yes. Okay, so 35. Okay, are you able to understand line number 34? First tell me. Yes, yes. So lambda function, we need two things: argument list and expression. Argument list means what are the operands you need. Operands, you understanding? Operands means जिसके ऊपर हम लोग operation perform करते हैं. Like if you want to add number, so ऐड तो हम हवा में नहीं करेंगे ना. We need two numbers to add, right? So that two number is known as the operands. The argument list is nothing but it's operands. So a और b के ऊपर हमको ऑपरेशन करना है, right? And then expression is this one is expression. Let's try to understand in this what we are doing. इसमें हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि if a is greater than b, then return a. ठीक है? And if this condition will not match, then else return b. That's all. Okay, so this is the single. And simply one thing you should remind: lambda function. Note, it's a very important note. Lambda function internally returning what? Return statement. Means what I am saying, just try to understand. In case of other function, if you want to return a and b, what you have to do? You have to explicitly define here return, right? Return a. Yeah, number 1. Yeah, I will explain you, don't worry. Just a minute, allow me. It's not a easy also, I can understand it will take some time, but I will try to guide you so that you can understand these things. Number 2, just try to understand. So agar, let's suppose if we want to do the same thing with this convention function, what we can do means agar if number 1 is greater than number 2, then I am saying return number 1, simply return number 1, else return number 2. Okay, so same thing we are doing here also. Here what we are taking, first thing we are taking 2 input with the user. Okay, and on top of that we are applying our mathematical condition ki if a is greater than b, if a is greater than b, then return a. If a is greater than b, return a, else return b. That's all. If a is पहले अगर ये चेक करेगा, if condition is getting match, then fine, return a. If condition will not match, then else return b. That's all. Are you able to understand now? This is the return type of if condition. If condition will not match, then simply return b. That's all. Okay. Okay, so and one more thing, see, lambda function internally returning return statement. See, I told you, right? I haven't defined what should be returned. Lambda function internally understood. Okay, he is saying, the programmer is saying कि a बड़ा है b से, then return a. If a is not bigger than b, then return b. That's all. This is all about the lambda function, right? Any doubt? Okay. Okay. Any doubt? Okay, so lambda function is very important. Why important? Sometime right now, whenever we are defining the function, right? Whenever we are defining the function, in this function we are passing some argument, right? Argument. and on top of this argument we are doing all manipulation, right? And we are getting result. Sometime what we are doing, sometime function itself is taking some kind of function, means function ko bhi function as a argument we used to pass, right? So in that time lambda is very very important. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Let's suppose इसी function में देख लो, get the bigger number. Here we are passing the two number as a argument, but right now we are passing the argument. But sometime in such some cases will arise. In that case we are not passing the argument. We used to pass some kind of function, right? So that time lambda function is very very important. See, in lambda function we can pass a single line of code as a argument in the function, and it will do all those things. Okay, okay, cool, no worries, I will explain you this also. So what I am trying to do is, sometime we can pass the function as a argument. So in that case lambda is the good choice. I will write that also as a note. Okay, so now we are going to okay, that's all about the lambda function. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the very important inbuilt functions. Very very important inbuilt functions. What are those? Filter. Okay, and now we are going to discuss about the very important function, which is filter function, map function, reduce function. Okay, these are the three functions which is very very important. Chalo, we'll discuss one by one. Filter function. Filter function, we can use the filter function to filter the value from the given sequence. So filter function, we can use the filter function. We can use the filter function to filter value from the given value from the given sequence based on some condition. Okay, just try to understand this concept. Okay, very very important. So what is the sequence? Means, let's suppose if we have a list like a 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 something we are doing, and on top of that we have to apply some kind of filter in the sense of, let's suppose I want to check only even number, right? So you can write, means I'm not saying you cannot do, you can write like def and return even number. We have a way list, we can pass the list, and here what we can do, for I in list, and here if we can check if I modulus of, I am showing all the way, all the conventional way, and means a simple way also, equal to 2 equal to 0, then what we can do, I want to return even number list. Okay, so what I'm going to say, I'm going to create a empty list like a even number list, and here we are going to create a empty list, and this empty list, if number is even, then what we can do, simply even number list dot append, and here we can add the I, right, that's all. So now where we go, just try to understand. Now we are passing the return even number list, and it is asking the list. So what I can do, I can pass this list, this list, and this will return what, even number list. So I can store inside of even number list equal to this, and later on we can print even number list, and now we can execute this. Can you see what happened? Okay, got it. What happened? We should return this also. Return even number list. Okay, now it should work. Now we're passing the list. Acha. What happened? Why it is not getting call? Okay. This file itself is not running, boss. Now you can see I am passing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? And out of that I am getting 2 4 6, right? I wrote a method, and that method will do all those things. Means it will filter the even number, right? Okay, same thing we can do with the filter function, right? Filter function is an inbuilt function. Filter function is the inbuilt function in case of Python, which will do your job easy, How? So just try to understand. Same thing we are see. Now I showed you the conventional way how we can do. We have a solution. If you don't know about the filter function, that is fine. You know the way how we can do. But I'm going to show you the advantage of the filter function. Okay. So filter function need two argument. Filter function needs two argument. One is filter function need two argument. One is function as a argument, comma sequence. चलो इसको समझते हैं, ठीक है? Why we need two things? You are doing the checking the even and odd number, and you wrote a logic, right? This is kind of function, and you are passing the list also. So function and list you need, right, to check these things. So what we can do, just try to understand. ठीक है? ठीक है, एकदम ध्यान से. Very important concept it is. So it need even number and sequence to, means it need function and sequence for applying the filter function. So function, we are going to check the even number. So for checking the even number, what we can do, we can create a function def is even करके एक function बनाते हैं, and here we will take a input with the user, and if it will check if x modulus of 2 equal to 0, return true. ठीक है, return true, that's all. And else return false. That's all. Now अब समझना इस चीज को. Now we are going to apply the filter function, and we have a list. This list, I'm going to copy this list only. This is my list. L is equal to this, and what we can do, we can call the filter function, and in this filter function we can pass two things like a function. What is the function name? Is even is the function name. And no need to pass anything, though it is asking x, right? So I'm not passing x, I'm comma, and I'm passing the list. So it will filter it out, means based on this function definition, it will take one by one input from this list. One it will pass, and it will check is it true, is it even or not, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, one by one it will iterate, and it will create internally list with the even number, and I can store inside of list, and we can keep inside of even number equal to this, and we can print even number. That's all. Now we can do like this, we can execute. Okay, what happened? Acha, got it. Now you can see I'm getting this same thing we were doing. See, initially we were doing this line of code. Now we are doing, this is the second way. I will write a second way, second approach, first approach. You can do how many way, I'm showing just a way, how many way you can do that. First approach, second approach, and now I'm going to show you third approach also. Okay, so see, at the each approach I'm going to reduce my number of line code. Okay, third approach, this is known as the programming. How much experience you will get, that many approach you will get to know. Okay, approach. So third approach is what, just try to understand, हाँ समझना इस चीज को. So filter function need two things, one is function and another is sequence. And don't you think so this function we can write in form of lambda? If I want to write this function as a lambda expression, how we can write? Can anyone please help me? Okay, so same thing, lambda. Here we need one number, right? We need what? We need two things, right? And we have to check, means lambda x colon x, sorry, a modulus of 2 equal to 0. Modulus of 2 equal to 0. That's all. This will return me what? It will return me even number, right? So even number, and I can store inside of this. That's all. I stored all those things in an even number. And now what we can do, now we can call the filter function. Okay, and inside of filter function we can call this even number wala function, and we can pass this list L. That's all. Now we have to, it will return a list, so we can store inside of list, convert this, typecast these things as a list, and here we can print even number, even all, and print even. That's all, and our task is done. Can you see this? Same thing we are doing with 3 line of code. Right now it is 3 line of code. चलो fourth approach भी देखते हैं. ठीक है, just try to understand. ठीक है, so now this is the lambda function, right? I will do one thing, I will just copy pasting this line of code itself, and I am, instead of even number, I can directly pass this thing, and our task is done. And now समझो इस चीज को, and a single line we are doing all those things. See कैसे कैसे हम लोग बढ़े. फर्स्ट अप्रोच में we wrote 10 line of code to check the even and odd number, right? Second approach में we can summarize, we can customize our function in the form of again 4 to 5 line. And third approach में 3 line, and fourth approach in a single line. We are doing all those things with the help of lambda function. Just converted this function as a lambda function. That's all. Now we are doing the same thing, right? In this line. Are you able to understand? Filter function will filter out the sequence of character in the given condition. That's all. Are you able to understand or not? Just try to, just let me know first. Any doubt? Can you please give me the quick confirmation so that we can move into the next function? This is all about the filter. Okay, cool hai. Chalo, we'll start then map function. Are you able to understand or not? I'm asking with you guys. Got it right? So please respond over that. Demo filter function. And now, sorry, it's not a filter. Sorry, it's a demo map function. Refactor I have to do. Rename demo map function. 3 things is here: filter, map, and reduce. Now we know what is filter function. Filter function will filter it out, right? And now we are going to discuss about the map function. Map function Map function, again it will need two things. One thing is function, another is sequence. For every element present in the given sequence, apply some functionality and generate a new element with the required modification. Required modification, see, in filter what we are trying to do, in filter we were doing what we were doing, we were doing the filtering, right? We were filtering based on the condition. Map is also same. Map will not filter it out. Map will do some some kind of action on this sequence of character. Let's suppose if you want to add a new number on the each sequence of the character, let's suppose I want to add 111. I want to add 1111 in each element of the list. How we can add, right? So there is again one way what we can do. For we can create a function def add a number, and it will ask list, and here समझना बात को, ठीक है? Here what we, okay, spelling mistake, and here for we can create a new list, and here for I in list and I plus 1 I equal to, and this I we can append inside of new list dot append, and here we can pass I, that's all, okay, and return new list. So new list we will get it out. Now just try to understand what we are going to do. We have a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ठीक है, and we are calling this list to add a number. So new list, new underscore list, we are adding one number, adding a number, ठीक है, new list equal to add, okay, I am not able to call add number, and here we are passing list, ठीक है, and print the new list. And if I'll execute this, can you able to see I just added one in this existing list, that's all. Okay, chalo, these things we are trying to do with the map function. Can anyone try to make this function as a lambda function? Are you able to do this? This function I wanted to convert in the lambda function. Simple. Chalo, we both will do lambda. We need one thing, right? I colon I, sorry, a plus 1. I'm saying I and writing a. Okay, anyways, so this will give me what it will give me. It will give me something I will store in some variable. Just convert it. Can you see this? My function got converted into the lambda function, that's all. Now what we are trying to do, let me keep this thing here, and now what we can do, map function, we can call the map function. Map will ask two things. One thing is function, so function के लिए हम as pass कर सकते हैं, and second thing it is asking for list. So list we can pass this, and we can store inside of list, and we can keep here, ठीक है, and this will give me new list, ठीक है. Type error, what is that? Where is this error? Yes, what happened? Okay, just a minute, just a minute. Instead of passing as type error, list object is not callable. Is it? Why it is not callable? Acha, maybe this is the issue, I guess. Okay, LST, and here we can pass the LST. And LST. Yes, yes. Actually, it's a list is a function also, and list is a variable also. That's what interpreter was getting confused. So which list has to be called? So I just changed the name. It's working fine. You can see, right? And instead of passing this also, I can pass the S. No doubt it should work now. Yes, it is working fine. Okay. So map, filter and map. You are able to understand what is the difference between the filter and map? Filter will filter it out in the sequence of character based on the condition, and map what it will do, it will not filter, it will put some additional parameter on the sequence of character based on the condition. So both are both having the same expression, like we need two things like a function and list. It's not kind of list, you can pass the tuple also. Okay, chalo. So map you understood. With lambda I showed you, without lambda also I showed you, everything is showed you, right? Now, sure. Now we are going to discuss about the reduced function. Okay. Maybe because, yeah, yeah. Is it for everyone? Okay. Chalo. Okay, now it is fine. Acha, let me reshare the screen then. Now just let me know, are you able to see now? Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. Fine, no worries, no worries. So we were discussing about the map function. Map function, what you know what is filter function. So similarly, we are going to do the same thing with the map function. So filter function will do the filter it out with the given sequence of character. Similarly, map will do the additional thing on top of the given sequence of list or tuple, whatever you can say. So how we can do? So in case of map filter, we need two things. One is function, based on the condition, based on which condition we have to filter it out, that is known as the function, and sequence, two things we need. Similarly, map also need two things. One is function, one is expression, and you can say method on which behalf you want to manipulate your list. So this is known as the function, and this is the, you can say, list, right? And instead of, and it will do the mapping. Now instead of passing this lambda function, it is not like that you have to pass the lambda function. You can pass this also, this as a function also. So both will work. So either you can create a function or you can create a lambda. Okay, and just try to okay, what is that error? Okay, my side, right? Yeah, maybe it's something lacking, I don't know why. Is it fine now? Just a minute, I will share. Hmm. Okay, is it okay? Let me check my speed test once. Yes, yes. Wait just a minute. Let me check my speed test. What is that speed? And if it will not work, then probably I will switch my network. Okay, meanwhile we can stop the recording. Okay, now what we were discussing about the map function and filter function. Filter, how the filter and map are different from each other. Filter function will filter it out based on the condition, and filter function also need two things like a function. Another thing we need a list, right? Filter function also need two things. One thing is what function and sequence, right? Similarly, in case of map also we need two things. One is function and another is list sequence of character, and it will do all those things whatever we define inside of lambda function, and it almost done, and our task is working fine, done. Right now we are going to discuss about the reduce function. Okay, we are going to discuss about the reduce function and how that. Okay, let me tell you, if I'm going to pass here 1 comma 2 comma, see I am showing you all convention way also and inbuilt function also, right? So that you can try to correlate and at least you can make your own function. 3 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8, right? This is the function. And let's suppose if you want to add all those things, how we can add? We can create a one function, or else def, you can create a function like def and add list, and here we can pass the lst, and what we can do. Okay, this is the variable parameter, variable length argument, right? So anything we can pass at the runtime. Okay, so for I in total, allow me 2 minutes, I am coming back. Let me switch my network. So print total. Now we can do, yes, I'm able to add the numbers whatever we are passing, right? Same thing you can do with the help of the reduce function. See, this inbuilt function came up with your logic only. They made a inbuilt function so that your task is going to be easy, that's all, right? The task is getting easy. In order to make your task easy, they made this kind of function. So reduce function is not a Python inbuilt function. This is coming under the function tools. So we have to import one thing, import function tools, fun function tools, from function tool import history. I will talk about this from an import. What is that? In means Monday session we are going to start this only modules. So from Monday it will be very interesting. So all those scripting language is completed. Now we are going to discuss about the oops concept, because Python is giving the facility to scripting like a shell script. If we are writing the shell script, how we writing the shell script, it's a kind of thing only. Python is giving that facility also, but Java is not capable to give the scripting methodology to write a code, right? So that's what all the Linux architecture nowadays is going to move into the Python. So yes, now just try to understand, huh? First, try to convert this function in form of lambda. Are you able to do? Can anyone please help me how we can do lambda a comma b? We need two things, two number to add, colon a plus b. That's all done, and it will add. That's all. Now we are going to call the reduce function, right? We are going to call the reduce function, and we have a list also, lst here, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, that's all. And here what we are trying to do, we are trying to call the reduce function, and it will ask again two things. One is what? Function. Again function is what? Add. I am going to call the lambda function itself, comma, it is asking the list, lst I can pass, and it will do all those things and reduce. After reducing, it will give the result, so I can store inside of result argument and print result. समझना बात को. And now if I'm going to execute this, I am getting output, right? So reduce will does the same thing how we were doing this addition of variable length argument, and same thing reduce is doing here. So both are same, whatever things you are conveying. So just in case of reduce, we are doing our task easy, that's all. There is no hard and fast rule. Okay, any doubt? No doubt. Chalo. So now the question term, right? Now the question term, because today is the Friday, and Friday we used to give the many questions, right? ठीक है. Just a minute, let me find out my questions. Where is the questions? Just a minute, huh? I'm searching my questions. Assignment question. First assignment is for you, one number. You have to write a program to implement your own myReduce function. Right now, reduce function is given by whom? Python, right? So you can create your own reduce function. I guess this question has been answered in the class only. Whoever very intelligent, they can try once. Okay? And now similarly, you have to create another assignment. Is second assignment, you have to write a program, implement your own filter function. This also I answered. So whatever I answered, I am asking the same question. So right now, reduce filter map function is given by Python. You have to create your own filter, own reduce function. That's all. Okay, that is the one task I must say. And 1 minute assignment. Where is the assignment? Okay, so third assignment is write a Python program. Just a minute. Third assignment is third number. Let's see how many can complete this. Third assignment is write a Python program. Write a Python program with class concept. Okay, leave this class concept as of now. Write a Python program to find the area of the triangle using the below formula. You know, heterogeneous triangle, right? Heterogeneous triangle is what? The triangle which each side is different size, right? So that is known as the triangle, and that triangle area we have to find with this formula. This formula you know, right? So with this formula you have to find the area of the triangle. So write a Python program to find the area of the triangle using the below formula, and function to take the length of the side of the triangle from the user side. User will pass the side. Okay, user should pass the side and define it in the parent class. Okay, class level you understood. Leave that. I haven't talked about the class level, so leave this. Okay, and calculate the area of the triangle. This is the third assignment. And fourth assignment, because we have a 2-day vacation, right? Now fourth assignment is write a function to filter long word in the sense of we will pass in the list like this. Example, for example, I must say long word in list we can pass Rajesh, Ramesh, comma Rohit. Okay, so in this list whatever the maximum length of the word, okay, that we have to find it out. You have to create your function and that will identify which having the maximum length of the word. Okay, I guess 4 assignment is enough for this weekend. Two you can means at least try 2 in a day. uh, above 2 question to similar hai, means I already gave the answer, right? Chalo, 2 more question I can give. Fifth assignment. This is the example. And let me know if you're facing any kind of challenge. Fifth assignment. Fifth assignment is write a Python program using the function concept that maps the list of the word into the list of integrals and representing the length of the. Okay, so what is that you have to do? Just a minute. Let me copy this. And this list will return a map. Map means की वैल्यू पेयर, राइट, यू नो. सो जैसे कि राजेश इज देयर, सो राजेश का लेंथ कितना है? 2 2 4 6 6. Similarly Ramesh, what is the length? So like this you have to create a map. Ramesh, what is the length of Ramesh? 2 6. Yes. And what is the length of Rohit? 5. Like this you have to create a map. Make sense? That's all. I guess this is more than enough, and I guess I have taught you all those things in depth. There is no if and else, right? Okay, let me share these things with you so that I never forget these things. Send mail. Please try to complete your assignment as soon as possible, because without assignment nothing going to be happen. So Aparna, okay, this is Edwin. Who is this? Python framework design. Okay, this is that mail thread. Any doubt? Meanwhile we can take some doubt. Try to complete at least, that's all. That my agenda. If you're not able to do, just ask me. My agenda is not to complete the course. My agenda is to teach you something. If you are spending with me 1 hour every morning, then at least you should learn something, right? Okay, I shared all the document, and today's class recording also I will try to upload tonight, and you will get it out. Meanwhile, just try to complete your assignment part, and if you face any kind of challenges, let me know. I will help you out. Okay? Any doubt? So that we can wrap it up for today, and we'll start next class with the module package and file handling and exception. These are the two things, small topics are there. We can wrap it up on Monday, and then from Tuesday we can start oops concept. Sure, fine, thank you. Yeah, I shared just now. I shared. You just check it out. Yes, everything I shared. Okay, yeah. I forget yesterday, just remind. If I'm forgetting something, just remind me. I will. ठीक है? Okay, चलो ठीक है फिर. Thank you. Bye. Happy weekend. Take care.